Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for Tuesday, February 5th, 2013. I am Astrologer David Palmer, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Mercury comes into Pisces today. Woo woo! Mercury, our mind, our communication, moving into the water sign of Pisces to join up with Mars and Neptune. So there's a little party coming. Mercury comes in like the parade now, into the intuitive, into woohoo, let's just escape. One thing about Mercury is it does not like to hang out in Pisces, I'll be honest with you, but the positive of this is it's so interesting that our logical mind always wants to figure things out, organize things, really express things and logically understand every little pinpoint of information. Yet when it comes into Pisces, it learns how to go with the flow, it learns how to get lost, it learns how to go on a really magical journey, but most importantly, this is amazing for music, the arts, creative energy. This is where our minds just flow. This isn't the energy where you can plan to make a song. This is where a song comes out of nowhere. This is where we learn to trust our intuition, and that is what is correct. This is where when our mind goes, you know what, I'm feeling that I should do this, and you do it, even if it doesn't make sense. This is where logical mind has to take a hike for a little bit and learn to change. And most importantly, because we have Jupiter in Gemini, which is starting to make a square to all these planets, guess what? There is a lot of change in our mind, our attitudes. And our logical mind is on the abundance right now. It's really wanting to expand, how it processes, how it thinks. You know, we're all getting new computers, to be honest with you. But what's interesting is this is a huge lesson as we are coming into this big new power supercomputer in our own human state. We have to learn how to use this computer in really weird ways. It's got to run weird programs. It's got to get lost. All the details are not going to be there. It's about getting lost in the details. And because we're in Aquarius right now, as we're coming up with the connections that we want to, connect to the whole world with. Most importantly, Saturn and Scorpio, which is really teaching us the way that we can unify with the energy that we want to. And because it's mixed with this blend of Aquarius, this is the energy of like, how do we connect to the world what we truly desire? How do I connect to the people that I really want to connect to, with finding ways to overcome the obstacles of us not getting what it is that we want. We're learning determination, we're learning power, we're learning structure in our lives, yet mentally in the actions we take, and learning to lead with intuition, learning to understand how our mind works with our intuition, and learning how to reprogram right now our computer, our life, to flow with things, not stress over the details. Remember that with an ocean, remember with water, remember with any of this really imaginative energy, it's not about those cold hard facts. It really is all about the magical adventure to figure things out. Sometimes you do have to go down the yellow brick road. Sometimes you need to take some LSD to see the universe in a different way. This is that energy. This is that energy that really blows our minds and brings it into this really radical, amazing, beautiful place. On the negative, though, we can't get very lost right now. We can be in a conversation and then, oh, were you talking to me? Kind of energy. And this is going to be important, though, because Mercury's meeting up with Mars and it's meeting up with Neptune now in a nice conjunction for us to mentally understand how to lead with this intuition now. And with the Moon in Sagittarius today, not aspecting anything, this is like us emotionally really opening up to newness, to the journey, to the vision of our lives, to a belief that we can follow our gut. The moon is going to actually sextile the sun today, so this is a wonderful day of really seeing the adventure we want to take out in the world, the adventure and the journey we want to take out with the people we want to connect with the epiphanies that we're coming with in our life. But really, it's this new understanding of how do we lead in our intuition. This is where, when it comes to people, because Venus is in Aquarius right now, and it's making that trine over to Jupiter now, it's making a sextile to Uranus, there's a lot of energy with relationships. It's about how can we communicate how we want to charge forward in our life with our intuition. This is where when people say they think they know it, and if you start to see if it's a logical way that they think is logical, they're not in the right direction. This is where, well, you need to ask people what does your gut say? Even if the logic says one thing, I'm going to be completely honest and real with you. This is where we learn to bring intuition to the mind for the abundance, not the other way around. This is actually a horrible time for a scientist to try and prove spirituality wrong. This is actually where spirituality wins. Seriously, this is where we prove that our intuition tells us to call somebody, and when you call them, it was when they needed you the most. This is the important time where you follow the weird energy that you're feeling, and it takes you to the most magical place in your life. This is that energy, and right now this is the opening up, the expanding of our emotional state to really embrace the new connection into our life. And most importantly, all this new relationship energy, I'll be honest with you, this week, especially in the next 2 days here, wow, we're getting ready for a new moon up here at the end of the week, and we're really starting to come into some exciting new partnerships, some exciting new value systems as well, electric new ways to use the new values that we set up in Capricorn, that we built this new foundation with. It's really time for us to really see our value systems and find new ways to connect our value systems to our place in the world, to find the uniqueness of ourselves as well. One thing about Aquarius is it's trend setting. It's about how do you try new things, and we're at a wonderful place where our intuition will lead us in the right direction. Our mind needs to understand that we're going to only go in the direction Spirit wants us to go. It's losing the abundance of your computer or your logical mind that just thinks it knows what's right. And especially on a day like today with the moon in Sagittarius, you might emotionally believe something's right and logically think it's right, but your gut's going to be like, I don't think so, like this is really where to go. And that's where we need to take today, especially because this is going to be where the retrograde is, so the universe wants us to rethink how we use our minds, rethink how we communicate our intuition. This is an excellent time if you're feeling something, especially feeling, because our intuitive energies are definitely connected to our feelings. This is where if you're feeling something weird, you're feeling something amazing, you're feeling something magical, and it doesn't seem logical, you just say it. You bring it out. You become passionate. This is us learning to rise above our problems, rise above things, and find the compassion for ourselves, find the compassion to others, find the new ways to connect to others as well, find the new ways to make the new exciting life by leading from intuition. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love it so much. Check out my website, david-palmer.com, because I have my readings for sale, and you get a free 15-minute follow-up with any of the readings. So you're actually getting 2 for the price of 1. You get my 15-minute reading for free. So 2 for the price of 1, all at david-palmer.com, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.